Hi YouTube family, this is CyndiG coming to you from Charlotte, North Carolina. I am so pleased to report that I am home from the hospital. I came home last night, which was Friday, June the 21st. I got released around 7:30. Got home about 8. Had my IV fluids delivered to my house around 11:30 last night, and the nurse came out around noon today, which is Saturday, June the 22nd. And I'm already hooked up to my IV, and I've almost finished 1 liter. I'll let you see that. Dun, 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 dun. That pole was kind of high. Can you see my IV? Let me try to turn it around like this. It won't let me, but I hope you can see that. That's my IV. My IV pole. And I showed you guys the other day my PIC line. So I left the hospital with that PIC line inserted. It's inserted straight into an artery. And it runs all the way right above my heart. So my fluids go directly into my bloodstream. And they can draw blood from there. They can put nutrients in. But I'm not getting any nutrients. I'm solely getting hydrated through my IV at this time. So, yeah, for those of you who may not have been following me and didn't see my other videos, let me give you a little bit of information. I started out my journey in March of 2013 at 266 pounds. My conditions are hypertension. I was pre-diabetic. I had issues with my knees, and also had started having back pains. I decided to do the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and my surgery was on Monday, June 17th at about 4 o'clock, and I had some complications. I was supposed to stay until Wednesday since I had a late surgery on Monday. I was supposed to be released Wednesday, June 19th. Instead, I stayed 2 extra days, and I was released Friday, June 21st. That first night, I started out very well, and I thought I was doing good, but come to find out, when the doctor had the tube in to form my sleeve, when he pulled it out, my stomach had a deep curve in it, and he was very concerned that I would have an obstruction. So he went ahead and gave me steroids to hold down the swelling while I was still in the operating room. Well, I wasn't aware of that, so I thought I was doing great. When I first came out of surgery, and I was up after I got to my room situated, I was up moving around, talking. I didn't feel any pain. I was like, wow, I can't believe I had surgery and I feel this great. I wasn't even hitting the morphine pump or anything. About 2:30, after I fell asleep and woke up, I started feeling something building up in my chest, and I really thought it was gas. So I was really going to be on top of it and do everything that everybody had said to do. So I got up and started walking again, and I was walking, no relief. Now, it really felt like I just needed to burp. If I could burp, it would feel so much better, but I couldn't burp. I wasn't passing gas. I couldn't burp. It was just feeling like something was stuck. So, later that morning, I started feeling nauseous. And then I finally just threw up. And it was such relief, and I felt so much better until I realized for the next day, I just constantly threw up every 1 to 2 hours. I couldn't tolerate any fluids. Even my own saliva was making me sick. So my surgeon came in and informed me that I could possibly have to have a revision to gastric bypass. He said he had only had one other case where the lady's stomach was shaped very similar to mine, and she suffered for 4 months at home trying to deal with it. before she actually got her bypass revision. He said she was doing well now and happy, but in my mind I thought, I am not going to be throwing up for 4 months. So he said we could try inserting a tube through my nose. If you watched my other videos, you saw that GI tube that went in through my nose and all the way down. That relieved all of the pressure off, because what was happening was that nothing was getting down through my sleeve, so everything was backing up, and then eventually I just threw up. I couldn't lay back flat. I had to sit up the whole time I was in the hospital. Very miserable. So fast forwarding a little bit, I went through that for about 2 days. Thursday, I started having some hope, because when he did the swallow test and he did the x-ray, he saw way more fluid getting through to my stomach than at the beginning of my after surgery process. So made me hopeful. They removed the tube to see how I tolerated. See if I was gonna. He told me, he said, when I take this tube out, you're probably gonna start back throwing up, but we need to see what's gonna happen, because that's what happened when you go home. And he told me he was gonna send me home with this PICC line, and that I would be receiving fluids every day. So and he said he could operate next week and do the bypass, but he preferred not to, because I was really high risk, still very swollen from the surgery. He said it was better if I waited a month or two, preferably 2 months. So in my mind, you gotta know that I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be throwing up at home on an IV for 2 months. So I prayed, my mom prayed, my husband, everybody I know prayed for me. I know some of you guys were praying for me. The people on Obesity Help prayed for me, because they told me. And the prayers worked. I did not throw up, and I have not thrown up one time, knock on wood. So far so good. The tube's been out since Thursday. And I started out drinking water. And then around 10 o'clock Friday, I started drinking protein to see if I could also tolerate the protein without throwing up. And I could. So the doctor came in and said he was going to release me home. Last night, I came home. I did go to sleep, and I laid flat, and I could breathe. Nothing was lodged. No nausea. I haven't been nauseous. I'm not on any kind of medication. I've taken some hydrocodone occasionally, and that's because where my drain was gets very sore from me moving around. So they keep saying there's no need for me to be in any pain. So I would take my liquid hydrocodone to prevent feeling so sore when I move around. Also, that PICC line was pretty bruised and swollen, and that was sore. So the hydrocodone helped with both of those. So I am so pleased to report that today I've had 16 ounces of my protein fruit drink, the Health Wise, which is 15 grams of protein. I had 16 ounces of liquid, because I did 8 ounces of water, but then I also put about 8 ounces of ice in it, because I have to have it real cold to drink it. And I added just a little bit of Crystal Light, because I don't want anything too sweet right now. And that gave me 15 grams of protein. So I've had 15 grams of protein through that one drink. I drank a cup, 8 ounces of decaf coffee, trying to have a BM. I have not had a bowel movement since June the 16th, the day before my surgery. So I'm just trying to, as I get protein in, the nurse said something should be coming out. So I was trying to help that along a little bit. Plus I wanted to drink something hot, because everything I had drank so far was cold. I tolerated the coffee really well. So I think later I'm going to drink some chicken broth, so that I can get some more protein in, and I can see how my body reacts. And I'm going to also mix about 8 ounces of protein. So that'll make me, if I can get down those 8 ounces, I might do 6 ounces, because I'm going to do the chicken broth too. that will give me 30 grams of protein. I'm not worried about staying hydrated because, like I said, I have a liter of IV fluid pumped into me each day until I go back to the doctor on Thursday. So I really feel like at this point, I'm doing as well as any of the other patients that I've read about or watched the blogs about. I think that my sleeve is working, and I think that everything's going to be okay. So on Thursday, I go back to the doctor. I will definitely let you guys know what he says. Continue to pray for me, though. Continue to subscribe to me. I would love to hear from you guys, get any questions that you have, and I look forward to continuing my journey. So, once again, that's CyndiG from Charlotte, North Carolina, doing 1,000 times better than I was doing. So excited that my sleeve is finally working. I guess you want to know how much I weigh now. The doctor told me not to weigh myself. I started out at 266. When I went into surgery, I was 250.2. When I got home, I was 258. Even though I wasn't supposed to weigh myself, I did. But like I said, my stomach is really swollen, and I had a lot of fluids. So I'm not discouraged. I know that that's just fluid. And I know that next week, or whenever I get off these IVs, I'll probably have a true indication of how much I really weigh. So I can't wait to give you guys the awesome report because I know that it's going to be awesome. So until next time, love you. Bye.